What's up, guys? SAG here. Welcome to another video here in the Smithies FC Criminal. This is episode 14. Here, as we begin in the FA Cup, we take on Luton Town. It's our first FA Cup game here in round 2. It's against the top team, which is the main team battling with us for the title. Them and Hull City are the main three, really. They're all battling for the title. As you can see, the two teams coming out. This is a big game for us. We did not fare well in cup competitions last year, except maybe the Papa John's Trophy. And the FA Cup is a chance for us to show out. As you can see, the two teams getting ready here. I'm just really excited here to show out in the FA Cup. I think we have a good chance of winning this game, but it's going to be hard. 2 nearly even teams away. We're looking at the Luton Town lineup. They got Mpanzu, who's really been really good. So is Clark and Lua. It's really good also. Elliot Lee there. They got Adebayo coming off the bench. He's pretty important. They're running a 4-3-3 there. Pretty solid. They have a CDM there in the 4-3-3. So that's going to be the Luton Town lineup. I like that they show the faces there for the lineup. As you see the two teams shaking hands here. As we're getting ready here for action here at Luton Town. Let's look at the Smithies FC starting lineup. They got Jordan in net. Josh with Nielsen, Nigel, and Tolkien on the defense. Baldacimo and Bashar the CDMs. Santoro and Durate the wingers. With Story at cam. And Jake Matt up at striker. As that will be your starting lineups for this one. We're like, again, Azabori on Nielsen. We're giving him the game time. Even though he's probably the weakness of the squad, we want him to develop with the squad. So we got to give him the game time to play with them and get better. So Nigel can help develop him into something great. As we are underway here at Luton Town here, between Luton Town and Smithies FC here, as Mpanzu gets his touches in early as Bree's with it now. Bree looking wide, and he just plays it back to Naismith. Just playing it around here. Luton Town. Lee's with it now. Playing up front to Morale. Shar trying to get a play on it, but Lee finds Hilton. Hilton's through. Here goes Hilton. Nice turn. Plays up to Morale playing it back to Hilton. It's Hilton! Oh, that's a pen. Nielsen's going to probably get a card there. He was pretty clear through, and Nielsen just preventing a goal, really, with that tackle. And he's in the book, and Luton Town have a penalty. I mean, he was clear through. Nielsen just took him out. Clearly took him out. He knew he was beat, and he just had to give up a penalty here. As Hilton goes here, the take. And Jordan makes a save. Jordan has been really good in games with penalties, and he makes a huge save here on Hilton. And it keeps that 0-0. Look at that, man. He just dives and gets his hand up. That is great from him. He's just proven to be such a great starter. As Clark is ready to put in this one. Clark throws in the ball. Lead a play. No, nice play by Tolkien. Tolkien here on the counter. He looks to play it up. He's going to find Jake Matt. Jake Matt back to Andrew Santoro, who's making a run for it. Andrew has Story. He's going to play it up to Story. Can Story get to it? No, and that'll be it for that. Moving on here into the 9th minute. Here's Baldacimo. Into Story. Story looking around as he got Jake Matt. Jake Matt. Playing it back to Bashar. Bashar looking. He's got Josh and Andrew up wide. Here's into Story. Story has Jake Matt through. Can Jake Matt make it 1-0? You betcha. Jake Matt low driven right into that left corner. He makes no mistake. And Smithies FC early have the lead. Again, nice hold-up play. And Jake is found through easily here. Look at Story here. Turn, pass. That's fantastic. And Jake Matt low driven right into that corner. He's just so good, really, with his finishing. He is top tier as the best player on the team. Jake Matt really showing up and showing out in this one. As Smithies FC have the lead here. It's a big one for Jake Matt as his first goal in the FA Cup. As we are set to get back underway here. And we move on. Luton Town just playing it around there. And Punzu there looking long, and he has a man through. Lua is making a run. Advantage here from a foul. Lua still with it. Playing to Hilton. Hilton looking around. He's playing it to Bree. Bree has some options here. Durate back. Bree Still looking around. He's got Mpanzu. Mpanzu looking, and nice play there by Nigel. But they still have it. Clark is through, and big save by Jordan, keeping it at 1-0. Jordan has really showed out in this one. As Clark was looking near post, and Jordan gets his hand to it. That is great. Parrying it out. Nice and solid hands there from Jordan. As that forces a corner kick here. Clark here to take. Played in, and that's out of bounds. As that forces a goal kick. Moving on here to 22nd minute. Bashar's with it. Playing it to Jake. Jake playing it to Andrew. Here goes Andrew. Andrew playing it to Jake. Jake is through. Can Jake make it 2? Oh, you betcha. Jake Matt makes it 2-0 with a nice strike there. Just fantastic from him. And just like that, look at that. Smithies FC away are up 2-0. Just nice through ball, and just the defense spread wide open there. Story's hold-up play has been great today. He finds Jake, and Jake, well, you know where the ball is going when he's through. It's going in the back of the net. Just fantastic from Jake Matt. Again, just great effort here as he ends up extending this lead to 2. As we move on here. It's fantastic play from Smithies FC early, just dominating this game, but we got to keep the foot on the gas pedal. Luton Town are good, and Ponzu actually has an injury. And as you see, Jake, 2 of 2. Just fantastic, really. Luton Town have a corner here in the 40th minute. Clark is going in to take. Clark finds Hilton. Oh my goodness, nice header there by Hilton. And just like that, it's 2-1. He reached back and put some power on it and threw it near post. Nice cross in. And yeah, our fullback couldn't get to that. I mean, I don't know. Baldacimo didn't do much, but it was a hard header. As Jordan was a bit late on it too. Nice play by Hilton. It's showing Jordan here. But I mean, I don't know if it's fully on him. It was a hard header by Hilton there, Danny Hilton. Just tough break, and just like that, we're only up 2-1 here around halftime. Really, and we're better than this, I think, at least. As Story plays with the ball, Simo, that'll be halftime. 2-1 Smithies FC. We really dominated this half, and that corner, that goal off the corner, kind of took away what was really a dominant half. We're still up by 1, but if they're right back into the game. They're only one lucky bounce, and we're tied. And we're going to a replay. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully we can hold on to this lead. As we start the second half here in the 62nd minute, Morel is with it here. Looking around, he's got Clark. Clark, back to Rhea. Rhea into Lee. Elliot Lee is with it. Josh Matt on him. Lee, nice box out. Lee keeping it. He has Clark. Clark back to Rhea. Morel. Andrew couldn't get to that. Mpanzu back to Rhea. Rhea back to Mpanzu. Big block by Nigel. Rebound, and it's right at Jordan. And it remains 2-1. Here's Nielsen. Playing it to Josh. Josh turns it over. Morel back to Clark. Clark is with it. Bashar pressuring him. And that's a terrible turnover. It's still with Clark. Clark going at it. Here's Lee. Lee back to Clark. Back to Lee. Lee looking around. He has Rhea. Rhea has Morel. Morel's through, but nice job by Nielsen cutting off the angle. It's back to Lee. Lee looking. It's in Adebayo. Lee playing it through. Nice block there by Josh. Trying to clear it again, but it's still with Luton Town. Rhea back to Elijah Adebayo. Adebayo with the strike. He hits the post. Rebound cleared. Ball to Simo with it. Back to Nigel. And we get it out here to Story. Story playing around to Andrew. Here's Smithies FC on the counter. Andrew looking. He's got Jake Matt. Jake Matt looking for Story. But he ends up being offside there as we move on. Now, good defensive stretch of play. We make a double sub here. We're going to bring on Paxton Aronson there. I believe we brought on Moses Nyman also. As moving on to 82nd minute. It's played in here. And nice clearance there by Nigel. Nigel still with it. He's just going to put it out for a corner there. Tolkien and Nigel kind of having issues getting it out. As here's Clark to throw it in. Clark puts it in. It's at Elijah Adebayo. Oh, it's right at Jordan, but Jordan couldn't keep it out. Jordan deflects in his own net, and Elijah Adebayo has evened the game at 2. Again, nice job boxing out Nigel there. He's just all over it. It's right at Jordan, and Jordan deflects it into his own net. Oh, that's big. Oh, he probably should have got to that. I mean, it's right at you. Oh. I mean, that's just unfortunate. And Luton Town have evened it up at 2-2. Thanks to Elijah Adebayo of his first goal, of course, in the cup competition. We're going to make a sub here. Durate's coming off for Taylor Bradshaw as we push trying to get a winner late here. As it's 2-2 now. And really, that would be it. That would be the end of the game. We end up getting a 2-2 draw, and it's Luton Town scores late thanks to Elijah Adebayo, and he's going to force a replay that will be played probably next week. As you can see, ball to Sema there with Jordan. There's Jake Matt. He had 2 goals. He played solid early. He got what he needed to get, and we just couldn't hold on to the lead. And it's unfortunate. The Luton Town fans come home happy because their team has at least forced a replay at Mitchell Park. We just really can't get enough of Luton Town, can we? We've been competing with them year in and year out. We played them recently. We're going to play them in the future again. We're playing them in the FA Cup here as we go to the post-match press conference. I mean, it's 2 good teams. Luton Town are good, and I think people are failing to recognize that. Jake Matt, fantastic. And, yeah, I think we definitely didn't. We switched off. We got to be better. Defensively, we got to be better. So, moving on here, we actually have a game against Shrewsbury. Slagging here. Adam Barton is going to go on loan likely to Drumstat for the season. I need him to develop a bit to prove that, he deserves to be here. He's probably going to go on loan a lot with Bradshaw and Durate here. We sim this game against Shrewsbury, and look at that. We get a solid 3-2 win. Josh Matt and Taylor Bradshaw with the goals. We put in a somewhat rotated squad, but Josh Matt gets the winner there. So a solid win in the Papa John's Trophy as we move on to the next round. Here we have Crewe Alexandria next. Taylor Brooks has officially gone on loan. If you look there, so we have Luton Town with a replay there on the 14th. But yeah, Taylor Brooks is going to go out on loan. Smithies FC, we're tied right now with Luton Town on points at the top. And we have some scouting reports here to look at. First, we have a loan offer for Sean Armstrong. We're going to take that. He's on thin ice. He's got to really develop here in order for me to trust him and use him. And first, that's a maybe. That's maybe Oleg Shivacek. No, that's a no. Oh, that looks nice. He's worth a lot. Andre Tekachenko. Who do we get rid of? We have a full squad. Dylan Moss still looks pretty good. Petro Morris doesn't have that good of a potential. He's a cam. So we have Miranda there, but he's developed and rating as a CDM. We're going to get rid of Petro Morris there. It's a tough move, but we have to. So we're Robert Petrov, we're also going to sign. I'm going to have to make a move for him. But I just made a decision that after this, we're going to just edit a few things, and we're going to release a lot of players now. We're going to go through a purge of the players that we don't need and just release them all. We edit it so we can do that. So first, Christian Jackson, I'm going to keep him for now. For now, we're going to keep him. Shane Long, he has no potential. He's going to go. Reese Banks, I'll keep. Ian Frey, no potential. He's going to go. Jensen Horn has no potential either. I checked. Only 71. We're going to let him go. Sean Armstrong, if he goes on loan, he goes on loan. Gutierrez will keep. Matt Davis will keep. Trevor Morgan will keep. Sam Jonqua, he's really old, no potential. We're going to let him go. Same with Belixa. He's not as old, but he has no potential. So let him go. Julian Dunn, have a Sia. And that will likely be it. We're going to keep Theo Corbono. We will keep him. So we kind of went through a purge. I think we got rid of 6 players there. So we'll track those players in the future, but it was time for them to go. And I'm just addressing Tolkien there. So let's go back to the scouting reports there. We sent Matt Davis back from loan. I wanted to see where he was at. He developed by 6 overall, so we're going to put him on loan again. There's Robert Petra, who we will sign. We're going to call some players up here also, so we can make room in the squad. First player, I think I'm going to call up Fabian Ledesma. We're going to call up Igor Neves. We're going to call up Rory Andrew. These guys have been waiting a long time. We're going to maybe call up Nicholas Stephenson, but not yet. And so we accept that. So moving on right after, we have Wales. Nathan Harvard's a no. Alan Burris is a maybe. Nathan Gravel, maybe. I'm going to say no. No. Alex Leap's a no. Ethan Gravel, that's a no. That's a no. That's a no. And that's a maybe. So not too much out here in Wales. That wasn't the greatest scouting reports. Here's Zachary Blake from Ivory Coast. That's a maybe. That's a no. Oh, look at this. 1.4 million. Asmail Assi looks like a winger. We're going to definitely yes to him. Keita's a no. Sangra. And, oh, look at this. Didier Etienne. It looks like he's a center defensive midfielder or center back there. So that's great. How about that? So we accept that. And let's look at some of these guys here. We got some good ones this round. As I was just looking at the free agents, I went to the wrong menu there. Let's take a look at these guys. This is really exciting. First, we have Petrula. We're going to start from lowest to highest. Petrula's 55 overall left mid. He's got some pace to him, so he's definitely a winger. He could technically be a striker, but with the stats, I think I didn't really see that. But for now, we can make him a winger. What was I looking at? Striker's 11 weeks. I mean, he could go there, but for now, we're going to keep him winger. Do I want to pull him? Oh, no, I put him to right mid because he's right-footed. It made more sense. Next up, we have Andre Tachenko, 59 overall left back. He seems like a left back. He's got some good passing, shooting, dribbling. He's got a bit of it all. And he's got some solid defending. He could even be a winger if we really want him to be. But for now, I'm going to keep him as a left back. We need a replacement for John Tolkien. His potential isn't that high. I think Tachenko can be that. So, and right after that, we have Didier Etienne, 61 overall, 15 years old. He looks like he's got great potential. He looks like a CDM to me. Could be a center back, but I think he's a CDM. We're going to put Anchorman on him. He's only 15 years old. He's going to develop really well. I mean, Bashar, this could be your guy here. Didier Etienne. We got Paulinho. We got Etienne. I mean, these guys are going to be good. We need some other guys to develop along with them, like Sean Armstrong. But he's definitely not developing that well. And then look at this. Ismail Assi. I mean, 17 years old. But he's a 63 overall rate. Look at his pace. Oh, my goodness. I think inverted winger is really good because it helps with the shooting. So I'm just going to keep it that way. Get his sprint speed up. I mean, this guy's going to be amazing on the wing. He's got a low work rate. I could convert him to left mid or right mid, but, I mean, let's just stick him to winger. It's probably only a 1 overall difference. So inverted winger is what he's going to be. It's going to put him to 5-star skill moves too. He needs to get his work rates up, but, I mean, this guy's great. We're promoting him to the senior team. And Tachenko, I will promote him to the senior team. That'll be that for now. So those two guys will be going straight to live. I'm going to try to incorporate Ismail Assi into our lineup anytime possible. So let's get this match underway. Next up here, we're going to play Crewe Alexandria here. Away from home, we're going to play this game here. So let's start by looking into the starting lineups here. Crewe Alexandria. Look at their goalkeeper's name. I'm not going to pronounce that. Jasekalainen. Good luck trying to pronounce that yourself. Running a 4-3-3 there. They got Kirk on the wing. They got Mandron in that striker. Looks pretty good. Wenzel at the CDM. It's a pretty decent squad. A lot of teams do run that 4-3-3. But looking at our squad here, not too many changes. We're going with the full starting lineup. We're getting really aggressive. Ismail Assi will come off the bench. I wanted to put Theo Corbono off the bench too. And what's his name? I forget his name. I think I put Miguel Ramos on. Oh, Telmo Polino. I put Telmo Polino on the bench. We have to rotate the squad. We have a lot of games, so I couldn't put Tanner Ward coming off the bench. I wanted Corbano to get some time as we are underway here at Crewe, Alexandria here in a big one. Bashar does a nice job winning the ball back. Here's Andrew with it. Andrew looks like he's going to play it out front to Story. Story's running down the wing. Can Story find someone? He's going to throw on the cross, and that's going to be headed out for a corner early. Smithies FC applying some pressure here against Crewe Alexandria. Durate here to try to find someone near post. But he throws it in up far. Nielsen with the header. That doesn't go too far as it's cleared after that. And John Tolkien's now with it. Can Tolkien just play it up? He's looking, and nice pass there to Story. Story finding ball to Simo. Ball to Simo, playing out wide. Here's Durate. Durate and Andrew. Andrew looking. Can he find someone? He's going to play it back to Jake Matt. Oh, that's a great finish. Jake Matt cuts back. Andrew finds him, and he hits it one time with his right foot right into the left corner. Just fantastic. Smithies FC lead 1-0. Again, good run by Andrew, but Jake Matt reads the play right. He cuts back, and he hits it just in time before the center back gets to it, and it's 1-0 for Smithies FC. He just got that strike off in time. That's big time from Jake Matt. Really is. It's just fantastic what he's been doing this game. Smithies FC here take the lead. 1-0 here at Crewe Alexandria as we get back underway. Moving on here a few minutes later, Kirk is with him. He's going to play it up to Lowry. Lowry looking back for Kirk. Kirk is finding Mandronin. Mandronin with it. Nielsen applying some pressure. Kirk is with it. Kirk puts in the box. Nice play there defensively. Nielsen playing to Bashar. Bashar turns it over. Now it's played up front to Mandronin and to Lowry. Oh, big save there by Jordan. He got his hand to that fast because that had some power on it. Nice high one touch, and Lowry hits it nicely. Jordan had to jump there to get his hand to it. Is trying to keep it 1-0 here for Smithies FC as Crewe Alexandria now have a corner here to take in the 12th minute. Murphy to put it in the box. He looks, and Durate gets to that. Then Bashar, can Bashar get it out? He's just going with it. Can he find someone? And he will. Moving on to the 22nd minute here, Crewe Alexandria with it. He's going to play it long for Kirk, but Josh Matt is with it. Josh Matt trying to keep it, but he turns it over. It's played into Lowry. Lowry with it back through. It's 1-1. A huge goal there off for turnover. And Crewe Alexandria tie it thanks to Madronin there from Kirk. I mean, Josh Matt has to play it back to the keeper there. It's got to be better. Play to the keeper there, and then we'll see from there. They're pressing. He's a bit too confident with the ball. Nice play up through. But then it's back to Madronin, and he makes no mistake. Hits it hard near post. Gives Jordan barely any time to even react to it. And Crewe Alexandria have evened this one up at 1-1. Again, just a big goal there. And Madronin has them back into the game here. It's his 6th goal of the campaign. He's been really solid this season for them at striker. And we have some work to do now. We're only tied at 1-1. Moving on to the 33rd minute. Durate finding Tolkien. Tolkien running through. He's going to throw into the box, and that's going to be cleared out here as far as Josh. Looking for a ball to Simo. Ball to Simo finding Bashar. Here's Jacob Story. Story looking. He's got Durate. Durate into Story. Story, ball to Simo with it. Into Story. Story back to Jake Matt. Jake Matt! Big save there by Jaskalainen. Jake Matt was through there thanks to Story. He takes a touch, hits it one time, but Jaskalainen was all over that near post. And it remains 1-1 as we have a corner here for Durate. Durate here to try to throw it in as is looking for Jake Matt. Oh, there's a big chance for Jake Matt as he tried to head it home. But it ends up going wide. There was a lot of pressure there by the center back as he move on here to the 42nd minute. Kirk is with it, playing it back to Beckles. We're near the end of the first half at 1-1 here. Here's Madronin. Madronin back to Lowry. Lowry looking. Lowry cutting in. Nice play by Nigel. Getting on that. Ball to Simo now finding Bashar. Here goes the counter. Here's Bashar finding Durate on the wing. Durate, he has Story. He's going to play it up to Jacob Story. Story into Jake Matt. It's 2-1. Smithies FC have taken the lead back just before the half. Nice counterattack. Story to Jake Matt. Just fantastic. Up wide, back on the inside, just spreading the defense out. And then Jake Matt's through, and unselfish there from Story, finding Jake Matt with the easy finish to tuck it in home. That's how we play. We play with pace, and we counter right, and we finish when we get our chances. Just fantastic from Jake Matt. He especially finishes all his chances. So good as a striker. And that's going to make it his 14th goal of the season. Makes it 2-1 for Smithies FC at the half. As Crewe Alexandra kick it off here late. Trying to maybe quickly get something going here. As there's about only a few seconds left. The whistle's about to blow. And that's going to be the end of the half. Come on, blow whistle. Okay, there we go. It should blow now. Come on now. There we go. End of the half there. A late goal there from Jake Matt. He has 2 in this one. Story was unselfish play, I was saying. Makes it 2-1 for Smithies FC over Crewe Alexandra. We have a lead to defend here. See if we can do it against Crewe Alexandra, unlike against Luton Town. As we get underway in the second half here, we start in the 53rd minute. Adebisi is making a run here, and he plays into Murphy. Murphy, Tolkien can't get to that. Murphy's through. Can Murphy find someone, or is he going to play back? He does again to Adebisi. Through here, and that's a penalty. They call a foul on John Tolkien. I don't know how that's a penalty. The second consecutive penalty we've given up in a game played. I mean, it was a tackle, but it wasn't a clear-cut scoring chance. A penalty's harsh for that. As Mandronen's going to take here, and he skies it. Sorry, he puts it out wide. He had beat Jordan, but he couldn't find the net. And Madronen can't get a second and tie this one up. It remains 2-1 for Smithies FC here as we catch a break after a poor call. We're going to make a double sub here. Corbono and Harrison are coming on for Jake Matt and Jacob Story in the 85th minute here late. And Igor Assi came in as the first sub. We're giving him a debut as Assi's with it here. But he turns it over. Hard touch there. I got to be better there. As it's Ainley with it. Ainley, it's great to see Assi on the pitch, so he's fantastic. It's in the Kirk! Oh, that was a huge chance for Crewe Alexandria to tie the game. Wow. Oh, he caught it nice, but he couldn't aim it. Wow, oh my goodness. As Jordan kicks it off to Nigel. Nigel into Tolkien. Tolkien's still with it. He's going to look. He chips it over Igor Assi. Assi playing it back to Baldessimo. Baldessimo to Aronson. Trying to look for Corbono, but it's turned over. Now here comes the counter. It's Beckles. Here to Lowry. Lowry, only 3 minutes of added time. They better hurry up. He's going to find Delev. Can Delev keep it in? No, we can't. And we can try to run out this clock here to win 2-1. Tolkien plays it to Baldessimo. Baldessimo looking around, and he has Tolkien. Tolkien into Baldessimo. Back to Nielsen. Only 1 minute left. Nielsen is going to try to play it out wide for Andrew. Nice play there. Andrew back to Corbono. Corbono with it. And he's going to look for Aronson. Aronson trying to play along for Assi. That's headed out, but the final whistle goes. Smithies FC holds on for a solid 2-1 victory thanks to a brace from Jake Matt. They got one back, and they had a penalty, but they missed it. They couldn't generate much after. Crewe Alexandria put in quite the fight for a 10th seeded team, for a mid-table team against a top team. But Smithies FC prevails on the road here to get a huge 2-1 victory and keep us afloat at the top of the table. It's Smithies FC 2, and it's Crewe Alexandria 1. As we move on here, we're going to go to our post-match press conference here. First question here, Assi, I'm excited for him. I really am. He's going to be great for us in the left mid. We have Assi now, Bradshaw, and again, great performance by Jake Matt. Durate, Bradshaw, and Assi. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe we just have to run with a 3-man crew. And yeah, we put Matt Davis on the loan list. And yeah, Tolkien, been good. But, I mean, the future's bright. We're going to have to rotate those guys. And we even have Miguel Ramos on the right. It's going to be really hard. So right after that, we have a game here against Luton Town. We have the replay after we drew that first game. And we go to look here. Adam Barton's going to go out loan, I believe, at Paris FC. Or that may have been Taylor Brooks, but I think that's Barton. Looking here. We go to edit the lineup, and we sim this game here against Luton Town. I'm just praying for a win here. And we end up losing 2-1 in extra time. Oh, that's frustrating. And Punzu gets their goal. We got a goal from Andrew. We are eliminated from the FA Cup. I mean, that's a tough one. So Sean Armstrong, we agreed to a loan for him. We have a match rescheduled there against Bolton, I believe that is. Simming, we go to move on, and we have Accrington Stanley here. I believe we go to sim this one. Yep, we do. And we go with the somewhat rotated squad. Again, we got to respect them. And we end up only drawing 1-1. Azerbaijan Nielsen, shout out to him, gets our one goal. And they missed a penalty. Good job by Jordan. Pritchard gets their other goal. And Luton Town won their game against Northampton. This puts us behind in the table now. And Jake Matt wasn't happy he got subbed off. So we're going to have to make sure to adjust that for next time. And as you can see there, we play Ipswich Town next. Now we're 2 points behind Luton Town for first and 3 points ahead of Hull City. But this is a big one against Ipswich Town. As again, we've had a good start. Well, we can challenge for the title. I know we can. We're going to keep pace. And yeah, at our best, we can beat anybody. Again, let's keep it tight. Last time we played to a draw. We need to play better defensively. It was a 3-3 draw. We gave up a goal late. We need to lock down. But this is the fourth place team. It's going to be hard. As we get ready for Ipswich Town and for Smithies FC here. As we get ready to look into the starting lineups. Here we start with Smithies FC. We're running the regulars out here. Durate, Story, Matt, Santoro, Baldacimo, Bashar, Tolkien, Nigel, Azerbaijan, Nielsen, and Jake, Matt, and of course we have Jordan and Net running that regular 4-2-3-1. Going with our starters, we need the best players to be able to get this one. Ipswich Town, Holy, Vincent Young, Wolfsenson, Nasalia, Kenlock, Hughes, Downs, Edwards, Almonzi, Fulami, Guion Edwards. As I said again, James Norwood is their striker. He was quite the threat in the last one. As we are ready to get underway here at Mitchell Park, it's Smithies FC and Ipswich Town. Starting off in the 4th minute, Baldacimo's with it into Jacob Story. Story into Bashar. Bashar looking, and he's going to find Andrew through. Here goes Andrew making a run for it. Andrew cuts in, back to Bashar. Bashar into Jake Matt. Oh, that's a great one-time strike. It's 1-0 for Smithies FC. Andrew to Bashar. Bashar right away found Jake Matt on the proper run to keep him on side. And Jake Matt makes no mistake about it. It doesn't matter the angle. He's going to find a way to finish it. I mean, look at that. That's tough. That's not easy to strike from. But he's so automatic. Doesn't matter which foot. I mean, that's beautiful. That is just beautiful. Smithies FC are up early 1-0 and are playing great thanks to the great Jake Matt with his 15th goal in the campaign here. It's 1-0. As we move on here to the 18th minute, Bashar is with it into Andrew. Andrew to Jake. Jake back to Story. Story still has it. Now Jake's through. Here goes Jake Matt. Can Jake Matt make it too? Oh, what a save by Thomas Holy there. That's a huge save. Keeping Ipswich only losing by 1 here. Gets his hand out there across. I mean, that's nice. Jake put some power on that. Pretty high. Now we're going to have a corner here. Durate to take. As he throws it into the box here. In for Bashar. And Bashar couldn't get to that. Here's Andrew. Back the ball to Simo with the strike. Right at the keeper. As we move on here. Playing it long there is Holy. And Bashar in the Story. Story looking around. He's got Bashar again. Playing up to Jake. Can Jake find someone? He's going to look for Baldacimo. Baldacimo's through. It's Michael Baldacimo. Big save there. Another nice save by Thomas Holy. just keeping Ipswich in it, and it's another corner here for Durate to take. As he goes to whip it in for Jake Matt. Oh, it's 2-0! Jake Matt with the header. And wow, that just caught me by surprise. Jake Matt aiming the header and deflected off the keeper, but he didn't have enough to keep it out. Nice cross from Durate here, right into Jake Matt, and that's a solid header. Way to separate, just kind of push off from that defender, as the defender completely misses the ball, and Jake Matt doesn't, as he puts away this cross. And Holy probably should have done better. He probably should have got that. Couldn't get his hands down fast enough. And Smithies FC are up here by score of 2-0 here. It's Jake Matt here in the 25th minute. As we move on here. Here's Norwood. Norwood playing to Gillian Edwards here in the 30th minute. Gillian Edwards making a run for it. Edwards is still going. Can Edwards find someone? He cuts in. He strikes. Big save there by Jordan. Jordan keeping it at 2-0. Edwards had a big chance to cut in there, and he got the strike off. That was pretty nicely done there. Nice footwork. But Jordan's all over that, as it's a corner now here. As it is Edwards to take. As he goes to throw it in the box here for Norwood. Big save by Jordan. We have not defended corners well. Here's Hughes. Hughes off the Fulami. Fulami to Norwood. Norwood cuts in. It's 2-1. James Norwood with an absolute world-class finish. And Ipswich Town are back in this one. Did you see how high he struck that? Just fantastic from James Norwood. Great play there. As you can see, Fulami here finds Norwood in a nice angle. But look, he just turns in and 1 and 2. Right away, giving Nielsen no chance to be able to block the shot. And Jordan couldn't get to that either, as that was really well placed and really well done by James Norwood. It's 2-1 here for Smithies FC now, but they cut the gap to 1. That's actually James Norwood's 14th goal. Him and Jake Matt have been tearing it up. And he's actually in the race for top scorer for sure, as Ipswich Town are back in this one. As it's played to Josh Matt here. Josh turns it over and he fouls him there. Here's Fulami with it. Downs playing it into Edwards. Ipswich pushing here for a second here. And that's going to be a free kick. Josh Matt's going to get a yellow card, and it's going to be a free kick for Ipswich Town as they are pushing for a second. As here's Norwood to take. Norwood throws it in for Gillian Edwards. Oh, nice header there by Nigel. Back in here to Downs. Downs with the strike. Oh, just like that, it's 2-2. Downs with a really nice strike. He just turns. Our defense wasn't quick enough to get to him, and he hits it off the post and in. And just like that, Ipswich Town are tied at 2 near the half. Just poor defense from us. We take a lead, and we just can't hold it. I mean, he just turns and just strikes us nicely. I mean, there's not much I can say. Just Story ran past it, and Jordan has no shot of saving it. Just poor from us, but great from Ipswich Town. And it's a big goal for Downs there, as he ends up making it 2-2. Flynn Downs' 5th goal in the campaign. As we are ready to get back underway here at Mitchell Park. As we move on here near the half, it's Andrew Santoro with it. Andrew playing at the Jake. Jake looking for Story. Story going to cut back in. It's Jacob Story. Big save. Wow, that's a huge save by Holy. Andrews is back with it. We're near the half, but Josh puts it back in. That's clear, but Josh finding Andrew. Andrew looking. He's going to find Jake Matt. Jake Matt finding Story. That's a nice block. Story again. Oh, and he just missed in near post. And that's going to be half. It's going to be 2-2 at the end of half. I mean, he probably should have finished that and made it 3-2. But Jake Matt has his 2. Norwood and Downs have Ipswich's Town's 2. Right after Smithies FC had scored their 2. And it's 2-2 at half. I mean, what a game right now. As we move on in the second half, in the 53rd minute, Diego Durate's with it, finding Jake Matt. Into Andrew Santoro. Back to Jake. Jake looking. He's going to cut it back in. He's going to find ball to Story. Here goes Story. It's Jacob Story. Big save there by Holy there. He was pressured a bit and couldn't finish with his weak foot. As we move on here, we actually have a corner here right after this. They make a sub here. They're bringing Nolan on for Falami. As Durate is ready to take this corner. As he puts it in the box here for Jake Matt. And he misses the ball there. And Tolkien's now with it. Tolkien. Played around the ball to Simo. Back to Bashar. Bashar in the Story. Story has Andrew. Andrew's through. Playing into Jake Matt. Big save there. Jake had a huge chance from Andrew. Nice plays there. But it's a big save by Holy. Moving on here, 62nd minute, we have a goal kick, and we made a big sub there. We put Paxton Harrison in for Jacob Story. Here's Andrew Santoro. He's finding Jake Matt. Now he's going to find Paxton Harrison. Paxton Harrison's going to go through. Here's Paxton Harrison. He's going to cut back, ball to Simo, into Jake Matt for the hat trick. It's Jake Matt. He has a hat trick, 3 in this one, and Smithies FC are up 3-2. A huge, huge goal from Jake Matt. Just fantastic from him. Again, nice hold-up play, and it's a one-touch, right into the net. They know they had to get that off quickly, and Jake Matt, nice finish with his right foot right there, giving the keeper no chance by putting it right into the corner. And Smithies FC are back up 3-2. It's a big goal for us, and well-deserved, really. And is that Jake Matt's 16th goal, I believe? 17th goal, sorry, in the league currently. Just fantastic from Jake Matt. As it's 3-2 here against Ipswich Town. As they kick off here. We're in the 72nd minute now. Nolan's with it. He's not going to play through yet. He's still going to hold on. Ball to Simo chasing, but Nolan's through. Tolkien's trying to get to him now. As he cuts. Nolan pushing. Playing it back to Vincent Young. Vincent Young looking for Edwards. Edwards here to Downs. Downs playing into Nolan. It's 3-3. Ipswich Town are backing in. Nolan comes off the bench and gets a huge goal for Ipswich Town. And this is quite the game now. A 6-goal thriller. It's 3-3. And now Ipswich Town are right back in this one. Tied up here. Again, just poor job by our defense. We're way too split up there. Nielsen doesn't cut off the angle. And they're through. Easy finish for Nolan near post. I mean, who is this? That's actually Bashar. I don't know where Nielsen is even on the play. I mean, just not good enough. We're not organized as a defense really there. They just shifted us, moved us left to right, then right to left, and Nolan was through, and he made no mistake getting his first goal of the campaign, which is pretty important because it evens up the game. We make a double sub. We're going to bring on Polino and Bradshaw and for Durate and Bashar as we look to get aggressive and try to win this one here. As we move on here to the 87th minute, Vincent Young is now with it here. He's going to play it up here to Al Muzani. Here's Edwards playing up to Jackson. Ipswich Town trying to push for a winner. Here's Nolan. Nolan looking through, but now he's going to play it back to Downs, back to Nolan. Nolan looking, nice fake turn there. Nolan playing back to Edwards. It's Edwards! Oh, that is unbelievable by Gillian Edwards. The volley right into the corner in the last minute. It's unbelievable. It's Ipswich Town back in the lead. I mean, look at this volley. I mean, he hits this dead on. That is contender for goal of the year. I mean, look. Oh, man, he caught that perfectly. Jordan had no shot for the amount of power that had. Right into the corner. And Ipswich Town are going to win this slate unless we push here. It's his second goal in the league. I mean, what a strike. I couldn't even believe how perfectly he hit that. And Paxton Harrison is just going to try to push here with limited time here. Harrison pushing to the left, finding Bradshaw. Bradshaw, can he keep it in? He's going to earn them a throw-in. Bradshaw with it. Plant the ball to Simo. Here's Jake Matt. Jake Matt, it's turned over. It's going to be over. Ipswich Town get the win thanks to Gillian Edwards late with an absolute rocket of a volley. Jake Matt still got a hat trick. Congratulations to him. He played amazing throughout the game. But unfortunately, the thing that matters the most is we lose this game. And this distances us even more from Luton Town now in Hull City. Now this gives Hull City a chance to be even with us. It gives Luton Town a chance to go up on us by 5 points. And by looking at the results, nothing really showed there, but we'll check after that. Again, it's still early, but that was just unfortunate.
Time for just a few questions.
Again, Jake Matt, incredible, man. He just showed up, man. And he should have won us the game. We shouldn't be giving up 4 goals. And, I mean, we lost. Straight up, we lost. It hurts. But we gave everything we could. And that's all that counts to me. But looking here at the table, and they did it. Luton Town are up 5 points than us in the table now as we go into their game against them next episode. Hull City are even with us. Ipswich Town down by 5 points, guys. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll give you a quick look at the standings officially and the calendar first before I actually go. Luton Town are in first, 55 points. Then it's Hull and us. Then Ipswich Town, Charlton Athletic, Blackpool, Oxford United, Rotherham United, etc. But it just feels like a 3-horse race, really, with us, Hull, and Luton Town. Shrewsbury, Exeter, Lincoln City, Northampton are right now getting relegated as of now. Looking quickly at the calendar here, we play Luton Town, we got Fleetwood, we got Charlton Athletic in the Papa John's Trophy, Shrewsbury, Lincoln, Bolton, Charlton Athletic again in the league, and Charlton Town, as that one's probably for the episode after. So guys, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you could like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.